Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me Hema Subramanian. During the festival season of Pongal or Sankranti, we traditionally make certain dishes, and today that's what we're going to see, the traditional Sakkarai Pongal, Medu Vada and the banana Paniyaram. These are very special dishes, so let's get started and check out these recipes. For the Sakkarai Pongal, first I'm going to melt the jaggery. For this, take a saucepan, add half cup of water. I've taken 250 grams of jaggery. So you can see the jaggery is melted completely. It's not too thick or too runny. Turn off the stove and keep it aside. For the Sakkarai Pongal, I've taken quarter cup of yellow Moong Dal, that is pasi paruppu. Roast it for about 2 minutes on medium flame. The Moong Dal is roasted, keep it aside. For the Sakkarai Pongal, I'm going to cook the rice. First, take 4.5 cups of water. Now the water is beginning to boil. For the Sakkarai Pongal, I've taken 1 cup of raw rice. This is a 250 ml cup. So I've washed it. I'm going to gently drop it into the hot water. Add the roasted Moong Dal. The rice and dal should be cooked till it's completely soft and mushy. So you can see the rice is cooked and the water is all absorbed completely. I'm going to add 1 cup of milk. This is boiled and cooled milk. You can also add coconut milk if you like. Keep the flame on medium and continue to cook. As the rice is cooking and becoming mushy, make sure you keep stirring it so it doesn't stick to the bottom. You can see the rice is cooked, it's become nice and mushy. Now I'm going to strain the jaggery syrup into the rice. After adding the jaggery syrup, let it cook for another 5 to 6 minutes on medium flame till it thickens a bit. To this, add 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder. Mix it well. To a tempering pan, add 1 teaspoon of ghee. Add a few cashew nuts and roast them till they're a nice golden color. Once the cashews turn golden, add the raisins. Now add the roasted cashew nuts and raisins. I'm adding extra ghee here. I've melted 1 tablespoon of ghee. For Medu Vada, I've taken 1 cup of URAD dal and soaked it for 4 hours. So you can see they've nicely plumped up. Discard the water from the soaked dal. Don't add too much water at a time. Add very little water and grind to a nice fine batter. Basically, the batter has to be nice, thick and fluffy. You can see the vada batter is nice and fluffy. Now, how do you know that it's light and fluffy? So this is a small test that you can try. So take a little bit of the batter, take a small bowl of water and just drop the batter into the bowl. So you can see it instantly floats. So that is an indication that the batter is right and it's come to the right consistency. So you can see how thick the batter is. Now I've used roughly about quarter cup of water, little at a time, to grind the urad dal. So make sure you don't add too much of water and grind the batter, because then it can become too watery. So I'm going to refrigerate the batter for about 2 hours. So here is a small tip I would like to share with you. So the reason why I'm refrigerating the batter is because while grinding the batter in the mixer jar, it tends to heat up. So I'd like to cool the batter completely before I start making the vadas. The vada batter has been in the fridge for about 2 hours. So I've taken it out. Now I'm going to season it with half teaspoon of salt. To this add 1 medium sized onion finely chopped. Now you can see I've chopped the onions very fine. 2 green chilies finely chopped. A few curry leaves. Mix everything together. If you don't like onions, you can do the vada without the onions. So some of them also add ginger. So if you want, you can also add small bits of ginger. Take some oil for deep frying. Make sure to maintain the temperature on medium flame throughout. So I'm taking a banana leaf to shape the vada. You can also use your palm. Take a small portion of the batter. Dab a little water after you've taken the batter. Gently press it down. Make a small hole in the center and gently slide the prepared vada into the hot oil. The vada takes time to cook, so make sure you're not in a hurry to cook the vada, because it can change color very quickly if the temperature is very high. Turn the vada at intervals so there's an even color throughout and the vada is cooked through. Once the vadas come to a nice golden brown color, remove them from the oil and serve it hot with some nice coconut chutney. First I'm going to melt the jaggery. For this, to a pot add half cup of water. To this I'm going to add half cup of jaggery. So this is roughly about 75 grams. To a bowl, add the chopped banana pieces. For this recipe I've taken 5 small bananas. Gently mash the banana pieces along with the jaggery syrup. Add half teaspoon of cardamom powder. Add a few coconut pieces. This will add a nice crunch to the appams. Mix everything well. Add 1 cup of wheat flour and 2 tablespoons of rice flour. Now mix everything together. The batter is a little thick, so I'm going to add a little water to get the right consistency. So the batter is done. Now you can see it's got a nice dropping consistency. Heat a Paniyaram skillet, add a little ghee to it. Now pour the batter in small amounts to the Paniyaram skillet. Once it's cooked to one side, flip it to the other side and let it cook. Cook the banana appams till you get a nice golden brown color on both sides. So there you go. Here are all these delicious special dishes that you can enjoy during this Pongal and Sankranti and enjoy with your family.